I've got myself a brand new steering wheel cover for my Jeep. It's about time I got myself a new steering wheel cover because the one I got in there right now has been on there since I bought the Jeep. I've never been a fan of it, not the way it looks, not the way it feels, nothing about it, and it's the last kind of thing to really go off the Jeep before the Jeep is almost 100% customized more to my taste than the way it was before. So I couldn't decide for a while to get a steering wheel for a couple of reasons. One, the steering wheel cover I had in there, it's not my favorite, but it's fine. And I had other things I wanted to spend my money toward first. Two, because my dash, I've already got kind of like a black and yellow look going on with the dash. So I wanted to kind of keep a black and yellow look. I considered getting black and yellow seats, but then I chose and opted for the gear seats, which I'm very happy with. But I do have a little bit of like black and yellow customization with my shifter knob and dash. First off, it's a Jeep steering wheel cover. Now, it's a universal Jeep one, but it had pretty good reviews overall. I ordered this off of Amazon, and it went for about 15 bucks at my time of ordering it, so a really good price, because any other black and yellow steering wheel cover, which I had a lot of trouble finding a really decent one that wasn't either very overpriced or very cheaply made. I like to shoot for somewhere in between, but I couldn't find one that was black and yellow, so I kept looking at this one, and after a little bit of researching, I found out that the steering wheel cover is actually it's a universal fit, so it should fit any Jeep vehicle at all. You know, Liberty, Jeep Wrangler, any model, Cherokee, anything. It's a stretch over, so it should, I don't have to do any kind of stitching or anything, but it should go on nice and grip the steering wheel really good. And the main reason I really wanted this steering wheel cover over anything else I could find is I'm not a fan of the cold. I really dislike the cold, and my current steering wheel cover right now is like a, kind of like a really hard glossy material, so it's very cold in the winter. And with winter coming up, I really wanted something warm for this year. And this steering wheel cover, just by feeling it right away, it's already kind of got like, it's got a strong but rubbery kind of feel to it. Not the kind of rubber that could easily peel or, you could kind of like go out with your fingernail and it would come apart. It's actually, it feels like a very good quality rubber, sort of bendable, but not too bendable. But this, after gripping this for a little while, I could tell it's already starting to get warm compared to my old one. This is already a very nice improvement for that reason. We got Jeep logo on 3 different sides, so no matter how you mount this to your steering wheel, you'll have the logo facing one way or another. I think I'm going to start with it facing on the top and just have the other 2 pieces there. Premium speed grip steering wheel cover. Licensed by Jeep. I believe it's, official licensed Mopar part. So it's not like knockoff Chinese quality. It's actually decent, I believe. Product does not contain leather, which I did not want leather. I'm not a fan of leather, not in my seats, not anywhere in my Jeep. I don't want leather. There you go. It's a simple steering wheel cover. Peel over, bend on, and it should grip right on. Fits in second, slips over steering wheel cover. Protects hands against hot and cold. So both ways, hot doesn't bother me as much, but cold very much bothers me. It's not my thing, so I really wanted something warm. This is, again, the main reason I bought this. It should fit over anything, so not just Jeeps. I guess if you wanted to put this on your non-Jeep vehicle and want to pretend you're driving a Jeep, you could do that. And yeah, so let's go ahead. Let's take my old one off. It's going to be a real christening. I can't wait to do that and put this one on. Well, I'm sorry, I spoke a little too soon. After taking out the cardboard molding that holds the steering wheel kind of in shape, we got the tag over here from the manufacturer. Made in China. Yep, great. Okay, so hopefully I've got myself a good enough angle here because I really don't want to miss doing this. The thing is, it kind of, even though I didn't want to change it out right away because, like I said, I had other things I'd rather spend my money on initially as opposed to a steering wheel cover. Just over time, it's already a pretty worn down steering wheel cover, but it's kind of got like a hard, glossy sort of feel to it, especially on the these textured pieces right here. This really glossy right here. And even with gloves on during the winter, the cold, it just bothers me. I'm not a fan of the cold. It especially bothers me. It might not bother you, but it does me a lot. So a steering wheel cover like this really doesn't do it for me. And it's on here pretty good. I cleaned it out as best I could when I went through cleaning this multiple times, but I may even have to. I was going to try and not destroy this just in case, but we'll see how easy it is to get off because it's pretty rough. I guess it's coming off okay. It is just a slip-on one, which I prefer is to, like I said, I didn't want a high-end one that you have to stitch on. Those are nice, but this is my my budget Jeep, essentially. It's not my high-end $100,000 Jeep. Oh, a little bit more crap in there than I thought there'd be. I don't know how well you can see that. I know it's a little dark, but yeah, that's like dust, dirt, and guess what? More dog hair. Like I said, I'm never going to be able to get rid of all the dog hair in this Jeep, I swear. Finally say goodbye to this strange generic steering wheel cover. Like I said, it kind of grew on me over time, but still not exactly sad to see it goodbye. And I got dog hair and crap all over my seat, all over me. And oh god, I just touched the steering wheel and it's, yeah, we're gonna need to clean this down real quick. I expected this to be dirty, but it's a little bit dirtier than I thought it was gonna be. That's, yeah, it's a little disturbing to think it's been under there that long. Okay, so one last look at the base steering wheel cover here. I really haven't seen too many TJs without a steering wheel cover on. It just looks weird to me. I'm not sure why. But that won't last long here because we're going to be putting on this. So let's see how well. I think I want to get it so, yeah, just like that. Get the Jeep logo facing toward me. So yeah, that took a bit of work right there. I would say that was a good 5-6 minutes prying on there. It would probably be a little bit easier if it wasn't such a cold day. Today it's about 30 degrees outside, so it's fairly cold, and that can make it a little difficult to mold this onto the steering wheel. But it's on there now, and this stitching here has actually come off a little bit more. I'll get a close-up on that in a second. But just for an overall look, it already looks pretty nice. It's a much deeper black than the interior, which is essentially more like a gray black, a very light or dark gray, I guess you could say, light black, dark gray. So it almost it contrasts well, and it does look good, to be honest. It looks, yeah, this would go probably with just about any interior, no matter if it's stock or customized. This is much nicer than my old steering wheel cover. It's much softer. Like I said, it's like a very strong but rubbery, and not rubbery in the way that you can tell. It's very smooth, like a smooth, strong rubber, and it's fairly flexible, but it's nice. Yeah, and it's on there just about the way I wanted it. It was a little difficult to get it on there, but I'm not too disappointed. Yeah, so there'll probably be I'll have a short review on this. There's not you know, how much can I really say about a steering wheel cover, but just my short answers right now based on the price and the way it looks and feels. I'd already say this is probably like definitely a buy. I would say get this if you like what you see and you're anything like what I mentioned, how I wanted the steering wheel cover to match the interior of the Jeep, and I wanted something that's warm. Especially, that's really important on this. It's warm. It's a warm steering wheel cover, but it wouldn't in the summer. It would also stay cool. I can tell based on the materials. So, like I said, I gotta have some time to do it over. Actually, see how long it lasts. Make sure the stitching doesn't rip any further. Make sure it doesn't get any easy tears in it, and make sure it does live up to everything. But yeah, other than that, this looks really nice. Just get a close-up of the steering wheel cover here. You can see, same as before. Right here is what I was talking about the stitching. You can kind of see the light. The stitching is kind of out here compared to the other stitches, and on the other side it looks like this too. These are good stitches, and you can tell the stitching here is kind of bad. But I suspect that would kind of happen as you try to pull it over anyways. It's just the way it's going to work if you have a pull-over steering wheel cover. It's just going to bend or rip a little bit, but it's not too bad. It's not that big of a deal, but just something I wanted to point out right away. So, yep, there's a good look at it. Nice Jeep logo right there. Really smooths in. I think this could fit in any interior too, whether you have a black interior, whether you have a white, tan, whatever your interior is. I think this will just go with it just because it's black, universal. Can't go wrong. So, yeah, I'm very happy with this. I'm looking forward to taking a drive later today. It's sleek, it's elegant, and it's simple.